Carl, 1-0 against a fellow A-League side, Melbourne City. What did you make of the game?
Yeah, it was a good performance. I think both sides will go away happy with such a intensive hit out, just before the season starts. So yeah, we got what we needed out of the game. Some still some areas that we need to keep working on, and some of the areas that we did quite well in. So yeah, very happy.
How pleasing is it to, I guess, come on top of a side, an A-League side, a side that is one of the quality sides in the league?
Yeah, look, as I said, it was a very good test. I think both coaches will be happy with the how the game went. So yeah, it's always good to win. It breeds good confidence, and you want to go into the start of a new season with confidence, and in the work that we've been doing in pre-season is going to give us success.
And most teams call next week round one. You call it one more week of pre-season. What did you make of starting off with a bye?
Yeah, look, it's not ideal, but that's where we are at the moment. So look, we've known that now for a while, so we've planned for that. So yeah, that's why it's so important to have a good game today. So now we can sort of sit back, reflect on what we need to improve on, going into, and then we've got a little bit more time to work on it before the season starts.
And I believe you start and end the season with a bye. So unlike other teams that will have a break here, a break there, it feels like you're going straight through. Do you, as a coach, do you welcome that, or would you have liked a bit of a break somewhere in between?
No, look, I think the draw is a good draw for us over the course of the season. I think our other bye is in the middle around the Christmas time, so it sort of works well for us. So look, it's going to be interesting to see how it does work with the buys and the international breaks that we've got this season. So look, at the end of the day, everyone has the same.
And just today's game, it's obviously still pre-season. There was probably moments where it was quite transitional end to end. Obviously, you're always looking to get control of the game. How long do you think it will take, probably going into the season, to get that sort of consistent control of possession and
Yeah,
you know,
look,
yeah.
It is very difficult for the A-League teams because the pre-season is such a long pre-season, and you want to try and get your players ready for round one. And at times it can be a little bit difficult to judge that on when you have your pre-season games. So yeah, today was, as you said, at moments there was a little bit of transition in the game, which you always get in the A-League. The A-League is a fairly high transition league, and we're trying to mitigate that with a change of style of football that we've gone through this year. So look, we've still got work on that, and you need the A-League opposition to see how far you've got more to go.
And the pitch has been relayed in the off-season. How did you find it today? Have you spoken to the boys about how they found it as well?
Yeah, look, it's still very early, so it's going to keep improving. But yeah, the pitch is quite a fast pitch, so it's going to suit the way that we want to play. But yeah, there's still, I've spoke to Simon here, and he's saying, it might be round 3 or 4 before it's going to be at its best.
And in terms of your best starting lineup, or the starting lineup you're thinking of for 2 weeks, how you going with that process? You feel like you're close to what you're going to go with?
Yeah, we're close. We've still got a couple of boys that are on just coming back from injuries that could put the hand up for a starting position. So look, we've got a few options there, and hopefully we can get those couple of boys that do have injuries available for round 1.
I'm not sure you've been asked yet, but obviously Socceroos on Thursday, they won. Obviously Craig Goodwin scored an unbelievable goal. Any comment, I guess, on Goody and the performance?
Yeah, look, I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I suppose expected the Socceroos had a bit of a slow start. With the new coach, you're always a little bit, as a player, trying to settle into the new style of play. But I went away from the game very proud of not just Goody, all the Adelaide boys that that played and done exceptionally well. So very proud of that. Especially having worked with all those boys, when they were younger players as well. To see them now playing for the national team is great for not just for our club, but it should be great for all of South Australia. All the football clubs in South Australia should take pride in that as well, because everyone's had a bit to do with the success of those boys.
Just on Craig, obviously there's always talk around whether or not he would come back here. Would you welcome him back at Adelaide United if he decided to come home?
Look, I think everyone knows how much respect I have for Craig, and he's, I think the last 3-4 years, the improvement in his game has been exceptional, and I think he showed that on, as you said, on Thursday night, the quality that Craig has. He's, definitely, we can't wait to sort of get him back in red.
And of course, today it looked like you turned to a little bit of your youth. Will that be something you do throughout the season, do you think?
Yeah, most definitely. That's why we have a lot of younger players here. That's, I hide no secret in that, and I've done that all the way through, since I've had the job here. And that's, and we've seen this year will be no different from that. We'll be providing that platform for all these boys to, they have to do the work to get there, and that's what we say. You do the work, I'll give you that chance to play.
And just on Central Coast, I mean, obviously it won't be the start of their season, but it'll be the start of Adelaide United's season. Are you looking forward to starting off against the best from last year?
Yeah, you always want to start there. You will certainly get to see where you are straight away. Central Coast, have had 2 fantastic seasons. They've, I suppose, a little bit ahead of the other teams in the A-League at the moment, because they're playing in the Champions League, so they're getting good quality games leading into the A-League season. So it will definitely be a big test for us. Round 2, our first game.
And just going back to the Socceroos that you mentioned, quarter of the squad was basically the South Australian. There are a couple of other boys around the periphery. How proud are you that, I guess, how much South Australia is punching above its weight when it comes to its population and representation for elite footballers?
Yeah, look, I think it's a credit to, as I said earlier, all the clubs in South Australia, the South Australian Football Federation as well, that run that elite pathway. And I think we're starting to see now the work that's been done behind the scenes. Just not the group that's around the Socceroos now, but we've got a lot of younger boys now playing in junior national teams as well. So it's something that we all should be very proud of.
Mm-hmm. And on that side of things, because a lot of those boys have gotten their start at Adelaide United when it comes to professional game, do you feel that might make your job as a club a bit easier moving on in the future as a club that can provide those opportunities? We've seen that obviously with someone like Archie coming from Newcastle.
Yeah, look, I think it's important, as a club that, yes, we want to be a club for South Australian players, but it's also important that we want to attract the best young players in the country and provide that platform for them, because we want to have success as a club, and to have success you've got to have very good players, and that's something that we have to not just look at our own backyard. We have to look everywhere to find the best players that can fit in to Adelaide United, to give Adelaide United success.
Just the last one, you mentioned the players returning from injury. Just an injury update, I guess. How are those guys tracking?
Yeah, look, Bart is still a couple of weeks away, most probably. He had a little bit of a setback last week, so we've been quite cautious with Bart. So look, it's a little bit disappointing that we haven't been able to get him on the pitch in pre-season. But so he'll be a couple of weeks away, won't be available for round 1. And then everyone else, young Archie is doing exceptionally well now, so he'll be available for round 1. And same as Ben Falami, he'll be available for round 1 as well.